When it comes to who the most powerful man in the world is, the debate can be endless.
I am the chosen one.
Power is a spectrum that may be hard to measure, but among the candidates for the most powerful man, a newcomer has recently been named. After the death of Queen Elizabeth II, Charles III became king and head of state of many countries. With the power of leading war and dissolving parliament, Charles's influence is far from being limited to ceremonies.
I'm born and raised to rule.
So how powerful is King Charles? And how dangerous can his power be to democracy? Well, the King of the UK has plenty of powers. Because justice is in his name, the king is above the law. He can't be prosecuted nor arrested. He has the power to stop criminal charges from proceeding, and when combined with pardons, can bypass the judicial system.
And no one would complain.
His Majesty controls the police and the armies, can replace and appoint military generals, reorganize the military structure, and even send the troops into battle. This makes him most potent when relating to foreign affairs. The monarch is traditionally in charge of all foreign relations, including declarations of war and treaties. For example, at the beginning of both world wars, the UK's parliament did not vote on the declaration of war as it was the monarch's prerogative. But what if the king decides to take a decision that's not in the country's best interest? Like starting a nuclear war, for example. The parliament will step in, right?
No.
Well, the Parliament of the UK works for the monarch, so the king can dissolve the parliament anytime and call a new election. Additionally, any bill passed by the British Parliament must be given royal assent by the monarch. This allows the king to veto a bill if it's not in his liking. The monarch can also choose any prime minister he wants, as long as the parliament approves it.
I will not tolerate such behavior.
But what would prevent King Charles from putting his theoretical powers into practice, especially during times of crisis, political instabilities, and economic collapse? After all, democracy is not that immune to tyrants, remember?
Why are you guys so anti-dictators?
The answer is, Charles III will be more worried about keeping what he has. Many countries under royal sovereignty are already questioning their relationship with the king, especially after Queen Elizabeth's death. Australia, New Zealand, and Jamaica, among others, are debating about becoming republics. In the UK, Charles III must appeal to the people and politicians to survive as king. Let's not forget that when the constitutional powers of the monarchy were written, the British nation was very religious. Until 1956, a third of people confessed that they believed God chose the Queen. In today's world, to keep the people's support, Charles needs to win their hearts instead of their faith. One of the reasons there were no Republicans in the UK was the Queen's popularity, and the new king will have some work to do on this side. When it comes to politicians, the monarch's job is to unify the country. Technically, this means the king should keep political opinions to himself. While Prince, Charles was criticized for what was known as the Black Spider Memos, a series of letters he wrote to government ministers where he expressed views about political issues. This would be unacceptable for him as monarch, since he's only allowed to express his opinions privately to the Prime Minister. Otherwise, he can get warnings, like in 1912 when Prime Minister Herbert Henry Asquith wrote to George V asking him to keep his opinions to himself. To conclude, the king has few powers in practice. His foreign affairs duties are distributed to the Secretary of State, the Attorney General assumes the judicial authorities, and the Cabinet acts upon all legislative powers. Therefore, the role of the king remains symbolic and his duties ceremonial. Do you think that the king might use his full powers someday? And who would you name as the most powerful man in the world?
Donald John Trump.
Let us know in the comments. Exercise your power to subscribe and get a symbolic, ceremonial video every week.